Everyone's heard it. Dogs only see in black and white. It's the kind of thing your uncle says at every barbecue, like it's a scientific fact. But here's the twist. That's completely false. Dogs do see color, just not the way we do. Today, we're stepping inside a dog's eyeballs to find out exactly what they see when they look at you, your couch, and that squirrel they're obsessed with. We're talking colors, night vision, blurry vision, and why your dog can spot a moving leaf from 50 yards, but can't find the treat sitting right in front of its nose. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll never look at your dog stare the same way again. This one's for every dog owner who's ever wondered, what is going on behind those eyes? Let's walk right into it, literally. First, the basics. A dog's eye isn't a knockoff human eye. It's built for a completely different job. Our eyes are packed with cone cells, built for color and fine detail. Dogs have way fewer cones. But dogs make up for it with a flood of rod cells, the cells built for detecting light and movement. More rods, fewer cones. That one trade-off explains almost everything strange about how dogs see. Dogs' eyes also sit more on the sides of their head, not straight forward like ours. That gives most dogs an almost 250-degree field of view, compared to our roughly 180 degrees. So dogs are built to notice everything happening around them, just not always clearly. So what colors can a dog actually see? Let's kill the black and white myth for good. Dogs are what's called dichromatic. They see mainly in shades of blue and yellow. Reds and greens basically blend together for them, kind of like the most common form of color blindness in humans. So that bright red ball you throw in green grass? Your dog is basically hunting for a smudge in a smudge. That's actually why trainers recommend blue or yellow toys. Dogs can spot those instantly. Your whole living room looks like a slightly faded blue and yellow filtered photograph to your dog. Less colorful, sure, but don't feel too bad for them. Colors are about to be the least of their advantages. Here's where dogs completely outclass us. Night vision. Behind a dog's retina is a mirror-like layer called the tapetum lucidum. It's the reason dog eyes glow in photos. That layer bounces light back through the retina for a second chance to catch it. That trick lets dogs see in light levels about 5 times dimmer than what we need. So, on your evening walk when it's basically pitch black to you, your dog is casually window shopping the neighborhood. This is a leftover gift from their wolf ancestors, who needed to hunt at dawn, dusk, and night. So yes, in the dark, your dog is basically wearing built-in night vision goggles. Dogs are also motion detecting machines. Movement is basically their favorite language. But that motion sensitivity comes at a cost. Dogs have noticeably blurrier vision than humans. Where you might read an eye chart clearly at 20 feet, a dog needs to be at around 20 feet closer just to see it the same way. That's why a toy sitting perfectly still in the grass can be almost invisible to a dog, until it moves even slightly. The moment something moves though, a dog's brain lights up like a switch just flipped. This trade-off, blur for motion sensitivity, was perfect for a wolf tracking fast-moving prey. It's also exactly why your dog loses its mind over a plastic bag blowing across the yard. Ever notice your dog seems to lose a treat that's literally an inch from its nose? There's a reason for that. Dog eyes don't focus up close nearly as well as ours do. Anything closer than about a foot away can turn into a blur. So instead of leaning in to look, dogs lean on their nose, literally sniffing things into focus instead. Depth perception also changes depending on the breed. Long-snouted dogs like greyhounds get a huge wide field of view, but flat-faced breeds like pugs or bulldogs actually see more like we do, with better close-up depth but a smaller field of view. So depth perception in dogs isn't one size fits all. It's basically a trade-off dial set differently for every breed, which is honestly a good reminder. For dogs, the nose does a lot of the eye's job. Here's the biggest twist of all. Dogs don't build their picture of the world from eyes alone. Hearing and smell often lead the way, with vision filling in the gaps. A lot of the time, Your dog recognizes you by your smell and footsteps before your face even fully registers. Dogs dedicate a massive part of their brain to smell, far more, proportionally, than to sight. That's why a dog can navigate a dark, unfamiliar space that would leave you completely lost. Vision is just one piece of a much bigger sensory puzzle that dogs use to understand their world. So, when your dog looks at you, it's really reading you with 3 senses at once, not just 2 eyes. So let's put it all together. Dogs see mostly in blue and yellow, with reds and greens fading into gray. They see incredibly well in low light, thanks to that mirror-like layer behind their retina. They're wired to catch the smallest movement, even if the details around it stay a little blurry. So, next time you're buying a toy, maybe skip the red one. Blue or yellow is what actually pops for them. And remember, when your dog looks at you, it's not just seeing a face, it's smelling, hearing, and sensing you all at once. If this changed the way you see your own dog, that's exactly the point. Thanks for watching. Now go give your dog a well-deserved belly rub. See you in the next one.